Hello, this is Edge from Edge Plays. This is a first for me, so I apologise if I sound a little bit off and I do a lot of ers. I've never really done much of a movie review before, but I figured, screw it, let's give it a go. Just yesterday, I went out to go and see the new Badlands film, and I got encouraged to basically just kind of give a quick review. I might waffle a little bit, so thank you for being very patient with me, and let's just hope that I do this okay. So, Badlands is a 2025 American science fiction film. It is the ninth installment in the Predator franchise, so if you have seen any of the previous ones, you might have a little bit of an inclination as to what to expect. Alien hunter hunting basically prey to bring back as a trophy. This one is kind of on a different take this time, so it's kind of following a young predator, part of a young tribe or clan, as it were. His name is Deck, and his entire thing is he's trying to prove himself by hunting one of the most terrifying hunts you can find, a calyx. And during his journey onto a hostile alien planet, he meets up with an unlikely alliance with Fear, a Wayland synth, and prevents a little like monkey creature. And from that, he basically has to learn how to survive and become basically the hunter he's meant to be. I say that in a probably very camp way, I guess, but no, generally I really enjoyed the premise. It's not every day that you get to see this predator from that point of view, because a lot of the time with the previous films you've had basically the human narration of it, and the predator's always been like the bad guy, with some morally grey times with some of the other films. We've crossed over the Alien franchise. This has got some links with Alien, with the Wayland synths, but I don't tend to say too much about that, so I'm trying to be as spoiler-free as possible, so that N7 Kate, Dante, Fish from Crack On Gaming, anybody else, they can watch and be comfortable that I'm hopefully doing a good job. So what did I like about the film? I really enjoyed the narration from the Predator side, and I liked how they did with the communication in terms of how he speaks. I liked that you got a little bit more of a glimpse of the Predator culture. I would have loved to have seen a bit more of that, but from what he showed, it is pretty good. The hostile planet that they go to, amazing. There's some really great visuals, really great set pieces, and like there's so many things that want to kill you on this planet. Again, I would have loved to have seen a bit more of the ecology on that. Pacing wise, really good. I think it was fine for the pacing. It didn't feel too long, and it didn't also feel it was outstaying its welcome. I will say that narratively, you can kind of see the story beats as you go along, and that's not a terrible thing per se. But I would have liked them to take maybe a couple more risks. That might sound really vague, but in terms of the story or like where it could have gone, again, being really careful to avoid spoilers. Generally, it might be a love-hate for some of this, because I went with a couple of friends and work colleagues, and one of my work colleagues, he did not enjoy the film very much. Because it's a 12A, it has got the kind of that backlash of, well, it's going to do so much with the blood and the gore, and he felt it was very pandering and very kind of childlike, especially with the interaction with the little forest creature you see in the film. I didn't really see that too much. I mean, if you do, or if you disagree, or you think there's any issue with it, again, just leave comments. I generally do love feedback, and I do love a discussion. It's great to have different views on a film, especially because I know my wife and I enjoyed it. He didn't, but again, this is the beauty of film. It's not for everybody. He did think it was a bit childish, and it was obviously the way that they made the little character that interacts with little baby creature. I think it was called Bud, interacting with Keck. He said it was to sell toys, and I do have to give him some props. I did do a little bit of research into this, and there are some toy lines coming out of it with the creature. Whether or not that is the point, I don't know. I'm not expert in that, unfortunately. Now the real question is it a masterpiece? No, it's not a masterpiece, but it's a step in the right direction, I think, when it comes to trying to bring like new stories for the Predator. Because I think with the whole tried and tested, it's been done. I think a little bit too much now with humans trying to deal with the Predator, and it's nice to have something like have a refreshing kind of take on it. Uh, I will say that I think, like I said, it needs a few more risks. And if there is a sequel, if they do make a sequel or a spin-off movie of this, I'd like to see where it goes. I think that's where they'll hopefully maybe go with it. Is it worth seeing? Yes. I think if you're going to go and see it in cinema, by all means, definitely. I think it's just that it's a fun little experience, especially with the festive season as we're getting closer towards it. If you're looking for an excuse to get a night out somewhere, it's good for that. Um, if you don't want to go and see it in the cinema, perfectly fine to wait until it comes out on any streaming platform, and like Amazon Prime or something, or Amazon and rent it. Definitely worth a watch, especially supporting it if you want to kind of see some of these kind of stories. Um, but yeah, no, I don't do ratings, so we'll just go. Yeah, it's worth watching. If it is terrible, then I will be like, yeah, no, I'll put a giant stamp on these. But yeah, that's about it in terms of a quick review. I didn't want to take too long with this one. Please let me know at the bottom how you find it. Um, if you think, yeah, you want to see more of these, I'm going to do a Running Man one. So any feedback on, do you want me to kind of pace it better or keep it this short? Just kind of the generic stuff. Or if I do spoil anything, please let me know at the bottom. But yeah, definitely go see this film. I think it's definitely worth seeing it. I can't say too much. It's really hard. When I see when people do these kind of reviews, I never understand how these people can do it. But yeah, no, definitely watch this film. It is worth watching. It's nice, especially with what's coming up with Avatar soon and Wicked. It's just nice to have like a fun popcorn movie. It's not Shakespeare. It's just a fun popcorn movie. And do you know what? I generally was invested in it. I generally enjoyed it. Yeah, go and see it. Peace out.